How did quick thinking save your life? When I was 13, a black pickup truck pulled up next to my best friend and me while we were walking home from school. There were 3 guys inside, maybe mid-20s, and right away something felt off. They started shouting at us, asking how tough we were, saying creepy stuff, and trying to get us to come look at something inside their truck. We both said no, tried to keep walking, but they kept insisting, getting more aggressive. That's when my best friend and I looked at each other and ran. I thought that would be enough. It wasn't. I turned around and saw the truck slowly following us down the street. The guys were yelling, calling us names, laughing, saying things like dirty teases and that they were going to get us one way or another. I grabbed my friend's hand and yanked her down a side street, praying we could lose them, but every turn we made, they were still behind us. I didn't want to go back to my house because I didn't want them knowing where I lived, but we had no choice. We were in the middle of a residential neighborhood, nowhere to hide, no stores or public places in sight. So we sprinted home. As soon as we got there, we slammed the door shut, locked every bolt, and dropped to the floor. My parents weren't home. We sat in silence, trying not to breathe too loud, hearts pounding out of our chests. Then we heard the car doors open. I remember peeking out the window, my hands shaking. The guys had gotten out of the truck and were walking up toward our house. They looked serious now, not laughing anymore, and I realized we didn't have much time. That's when I remembered the BB gun my parents had given me for Christmas. It wasn't real, but it looked like a full rifle if you didn't get too close. I jumped up, ran to my room, grabbed it, and came back to the door. My friend begged me not to open it, tears in her eyes, but I told her to trust me. I unlocked the front door and swung it open, gun raised and planted on my shoulder like I'd seen in movies. The guys froze. They were maybe 5 feet from the porch. I didn't blink. I just said, think very carefully about how you want this to go down. They didn't say a word. They turned around and sprinted back to the truck, peeled out so fast I could smell the rubber from their tires. I closed the door, locked it again, and collapsed to the floor. My hands were still shaking so bad I could barely hold the gun. It took over an hour for my heart rate to come down, but we were safe, and I've never forgotten the way they looked at me when they thought that BB gun was real.